Hadley here from stampingbees.co.nz, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Welcome back, lovely to see you again. Today I really want to do a session or a tutorial on clean and simple cards. The white, clean, simple card is really popular at the moment. I struggle with doing cards like that, so I just thought I will challenge myself and also provide a tutorial for you to how to do it, how to be happy with a lot of white space. And I will be using the Stamparatus and the new trimmer, so that's very exciting. I really do like the new trimmer, so I'm just going to share that with you as well. So I hope you enjoy. Let's flip you over, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do, and let's get going. So clean and simple cards, exactly what they are, clean and simple, a lot of white space, but very on trend at the moment. These are just having something very straightforward. And I often look at them online and think, oh, I just love that style. But when I go and try and do it myself, I just cannot seem to stop from adding and trying to fill in the spaces. So I was very, very pleased with myself that I managed to make these, and they are very clean and simple and lots of white space, and they do look very sharp and fresh. So we will make those both of these today because they aren't that complicated. They don't take very long, obviously, but I will run over the new trimmer with you as well, seeing as the cards are quite quick. So the new trimmer has arrived. It will be available for purchase from the 1st of November. I better put that sideways, otherwise you're not going to be able to see it. 1st of November for people unless you're a demonstrator, which is one of the perks of being a demonstrator, you can get things a month earlier. So I've been able to purchase this one already. Absolutely love it. It is so easy to use, so sharp. I have cut through a few layers of card and it still cuts cleanly. It's light, it's portable, it has rubber feet on the bottom, and this helps so it doesn't move around. It also has the word's gone right out of my head now, not embossing, the you know what I mean anyway. I'm sure you do, and I'll think of it as soon as I stop filming. I remember the scoring, that's what it is, and the cutting blade. So it doesn't lock like the previous one where you had to move the lock mechanism across to lock. This locks every time you pop it down. So when you're going to lift, you need to lift from the top, because when you pop it down, you're not having to do a separate lock. It locks automatically. It has a beautiful clean runner, and you're not going to need to change that at all. It has centimeters and inches and has a lovely seamless arm that comes out to increase the width right up to 17 inches or 43 centimeters. Really nice and big and flat, and it even has the continuation of the markings on this. You probably can't see it there, but it has the continuation of the markings on there, which is fantastic. Just reduces all the guesswork, which I'm a big fan of, and then just sits in here nice and flat when you're not using it, and clicks in there. So really well designed. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, I will take this down. Anyway, the blade, I'll show you on the old one. I don't know if you can see that there. The blade is much bigger, deeper than our previous one, and I've just cut myself on that. Not the best look, is it? So I will unlock this one to show you. See, that's a very small blade, very small compared to what's on here. So it's going to do some beautiful deep clean cutting. So fantastic. I really do like it. And you can keep your old one. I'm into recycling things. You can keep your old one for a scoring. Instead of you can, once your blade's blunt and you can't use it anymore, you can still use it for measuring and scoring. So don't throw it away. You can still utilize it, which is fantastic. Okay, so I'll pop that over there. We're going to do some measuring, and I will just need to pause you for a moment because that blade is so sharp. I have cut myself, and I just get some tissues. Actually, I've got some tissues here. So it's not very good when I'm going to be making something for you and probably cover it in blood. That is entirely my fault. Turning it upside down to look underneath and pointing at the blade wasn't the finest of things to do. But it does show you that has a nice sharp blade. We will be using it now to cut these cards out. So let's just lift that up. One-handed. Yeah, at least it's a nice clean cut. Right, let's get going. Let's cut out the card. See if I can do it sideways for you. Not usually what I do. Okay, so we will be cutting this at 14 and a half. Sideways, you see, not used to sideways. 14 and a half centimetres. And beautiful. Very simple and easy. So that's one. And then this one I will be cutting at 19 and 13 and a half. So 13 and a half. I've just got to always remember to go to the end now. So it's just a change of pattern of what you're used to doing. And 19. So I will pop this out. I'm hanging on to my finger so that I don't get blood on anything. And 19. So this card is a little bit smaller. Yeah. I just thought I would show you how quick and easy that is to cut, and we'll pop that aside. Now, what I have done next, I have used the Stamparatus to stamp these pattern stamps, cards. And I have got just a strip of, so that was thick Whisper White that I cut out for the card bases, and I always use thick Whisper White for my card bases, and this is for the white square on the top of the card. So let me get myself organised here. Now, when I am making sure that I have things in the right place, I use, this is just a cheap clear placemat from the $2 shop. And I just put a little C up the top, so that's always my corner piece. I use this to orientate my cardstock. I've obviously pre-done that, but what I would do is pop it in, then I would pop that on top, excuse me, then I would pop the stamp on the clear sheet, and I would then practice the stamp to make sure that it was centered, to make sure I had it right, and then you can either move the paper or move the stamp. So as I say, I already had that pre-lined up. So I am using, this is Balmy Blue, and this is the stamp set from, just make sure I get that right for you, the Boki Dots. Okay, so that's that one there. And I'm using the one that looks like stars today. So just stamping that up, just giving it a good inking. because we won't be using it again. And pop that down. And just check that it's all nice and even. Perfect. Now I'm just going to flip that over. You lift these plates straight up and they come out really, really easy. And I'm using shaded spruce for the tree. Perfect colour for a pine tree, I feel. Nice good inking. And try and get some of that off. And that just goes over the edge a little bit, but I thought that still looked fine. You can always remove that stamp, but I like to leave it there just in case I'm not happy with the end result and I need to do it again. So that is the shaded spruce pine and the blue, and all I've done is kept this strip and flipped it over and then stamped the other card. So all very simple, as I say. And just remove that plate and use this one. Now this one I have used from the top because I wanted that to come down, and I do have the sentiment in there ready to go, which I checked was in the right place also. Now I have done this in shaded spruce as well, and I just coloured those berries in with the Real Red alcohol marker. It's quite good to have all these pre-lined up, and then you can make multiple cards if you've got them ready to go. I might just ink that up a little bit more because see there's a little bit missing there. That's the beauty of this. You just guarantee the fact that it is going to be in the right position. I just love the Stamparatus for that very reason. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so while we've got the Stamparatus here, I am going to flip it over. I will just grab a wet one so I don't get any ink on the cardstock. Okay, so now I'm going to be using that on this side, and we will be using black for the sentiment. Okay, so the card, the paper that we previously cut out, brilliant. So Memento black. Just a very simple greeting, season's greetings. Nice even pressure and perfect. Just pop that out, and then this one I've already previously marked how far down, because this is the bigger card. I needed to bring it down to here to be in the right place, and I previously marked that, and because I haven't got that hard up in the corner, I pop the magnet on. And actually, what have I done wrong there? I think yes, I did. I moved it down once as well. That was, I thought it would be enough. So I moved it one notch, which is very easy to do. You just lift it up and move it down. Great for when you're putting different sentiments or patterns in a very uniform manner. So I just wanted to get this in exactly the right place because I had popped the sentiment on straight. So it was a matter of making sure that I had the card in the right place. which is Season's Greetings. So very simple, as I say, sentiment. I think that cut to my fingers made me a bit doolally. Anyway. I really love this Stamparatus. It's such a fantastic tool. Okay, so we will colour in the berries. Now I've just used the Stampin' Blends, and this is the light cherry cobbler. And just make sure you don't go too close to the edge and colour those berries in. So this is just such a beautiful, fresh Christmas card to send. And if you're making multiple, so easy just to reproduce. Set it up on the Stamparatus like I just have, and you can just do each set, 20 times if that's how many you're making. And if it doesn't stamp properly, you could just ink it up and stamp it again. It just makes life so easy. And some people don't like a fuss, especially men. They like a nice straightforward card, so perfect for a masculine card. Now all I've done is I have used these from the Rectangle stitched framelit. That finger cut, it's just gone right to my head. Rectangle stitched framelit dies, and I have just positioned that and cut that out there, and I have done the same with this one, just using a bit of tape to make sure that it's centered, and then die cut those, and so that you don't have to watch the table wobbling. I have pre-cut them. So now all we have to do is fold the card using the bone folder to make sure get a nice crisp crease. And very simply glue on the panel. Of course, you can add something on the inside if you wish. You could add another berry or a tree on the inside if you wanted to. Oops. Make sure that's straight. And these could be good too as a set to gift someone. Look, I made it through without getting blood on anything. So sorry about all that drama. But there we have these beautiful, fresh stamp cards. So give it a go, see how you go. I actually really, as I say, like the clean and simple, but never seem to manage it. And when you do, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. So take care, don't play with the blades on the new trimmer, and I will see you again next time.